Hi, so today is November 20th. Technically 21 because it's past midnight, but whatever, we know the drill. I had to wake up at like 5 in the morning today because I wanted to finish one of my assignments before my 9 a.m. and it takes me like 2 hours to commute to school. I ended up finishing what I needed to for that class, only to find out my professor overslept and we ended up having class on Zoom and I didn't even need to present that assignment. I had a lot of fun doing it. We were doing data self-portraits. It was really fun to do. I could have definitely done something a lot cooler than what I did do, just because I did it like within an hour and a half, give or take. I actually have it. I can show you guys. I just followed like how the original person we were paying attention to did this. I'm really bad with names, so I don't remember their name. So this is what it is. So just to explain it really, the hexagons, I have the amount of how old I am. I'm 21. And then as for the circles, it is where I was born and where I currently reside. So I'm in North America and I was born here, so that's why they're both orange. So for this triangle, it's like whether you see things glass half empty or glass half full. I didn't follow the format of how the person did it, so it's a little bit changed up in that aspect. So mine is, I see things as glass half empty. Sorry, not that bubbly pep. Then this is if you're a morning or night person, I believe. I don't remember. I did this all this morning. And then these black lines represent like if I go, how like what time I usually go to sleep. I usually go to sleep around like 12 or 1. And then the yellow lines are like what time I wake up. And I've been trying to wake up around like 8 o'clock and I've been doing pretty good with that. This is if I'm a dog or a cat person. I guess I'm both. I'm allergic to like fur, so that kind of sucks. This blue circle is because I'm an introvert. And then actually no, I think this moon is that I'm an introvert. I don't remember what this circle is. And then this green like cloud is whether I like to be adventurous or if I like to stay home. And adventurous in my aspect is like trying new things and having a lot of fun. So that's why I chose green. That was for my first class. We went over how to do JSON files and CSV files, but the class is like very fast paced, so I didn't get to learn that much, but I'm like I have a familiarity with that type of file, those types of files and stuff like that already. But I really do wish the class was slower just so I can actually learn. And it was over Zoom, so it's not like I could have asked for help as frequently as I like to, but I also just could not keep up with the pace that my professor was going. And don't get me wrong, my professor is a good professor. He just has to fit so many lessons in just such a short period of time. So I don't blame him, just because it is part of our curriculum to learn them. And then for my in-between my first class and my second class, I was working on my typography classwork. So today we had our album covers, jackets, and sleeves, and then our little album labels due, and then we were doing mock-ups for book covers. So I can actually show you my finished album because we finally got to do it in class today. So we got to make up our own artist and like a genre if we wanted to. I made up an artist, but I didn't make up the genre. So my genre is UK drill, which I happen to love a lot. And then the artist I made is named Braxt with a Z. So this is the cover, and the album title is called Systems, and it has like the little parental advisories. And then on the back, I don't know if you can actually read it, but these are like some of my favorite songs and then some random songs that I found under this genre. And then I have like the credit, the musicians, all that background information. It was really fun making this. This was a really long project, and assembling this was really fun. And then this is my sleeve for the album. It is a singular photo, and it is just cash burning. And then my professor's like old job had to do something with records, so he has like a bunch of these. And this is my label. I'm supposed to have two, but I've printed 2 side A's, and I've already printed it like 4 times, and I did not have the will to print another one. That's a side B, so I only have 1 side, and it's just the clock tower. So this was a really fun project that we got to finish up today. And then for my book jackets, actually, let me show you my poster that I did to release my artist. So I have 2 different types, but this is the final one I decided to go with. And I chose the release date of Halloween, even though Halloween has already passed. But look at how cool this came out. Like, I love how this came out so much. And printing at my school can be quite difficult to get like the colors correct, so it's very frustrating. But I did it for this. Okay, I thought I had my other one that I also really liked, but I guess I don't, which I'm really surprised about. This is like one of my earlier renditions, and I also had a different album cover title, I guess, but I really like this type of vibe or style, if that wasn't obvious. Okay, so that was like all the album stuff that was due. And so we had to do book covers. We had to choose like a book title from the list he gave us. So I chose A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James. And this is what I showed my professor today. So I originally had like a much brighter red on a white background. It looked a lot cleaner, and one of the critiques was it's about gang violence and like it's not very clean. Like the white gives a more like hospital type of vibe. I was like, okay, that's fair. I am going to lighten this up, but like the white pops so nicely on this red and black. And then my personal favorite is this edition I did. I do have to lighten the back of this as well, but format wise, I was told it's perfectly fine. which is always the best thing to hear from a professor. So, yeah. I know I'm not the best at showing these, but I'm just really excited. But yeah, and then I worked on one of my other finals for my animation theory class, and it's so, one second. So for that class, I am doing a website where I'm going to talk about racism and gender stereotypes, and I think I'm going to focus a lot on Disney films, especially older ones versus newer ones. Two of the films I'm currently going to annotate is the Cinderella story and the Princess and the Frog, but I want to do two more. I also didn't realize how long ago those came out, because I haven't really watched the Disney princesses in a long time, so I just have a gist really. So I'm going to have to rewatch those before I get deeper into it. But the only thing is, I suck at writing, so I'm a little nervous about that aspect, but I love getting to watch films and just reading about them, especially in digestible context, and that's what I would like to portray when I do this write-up, especially because the readings we've had for this class have been very difficult to read. So I would just like it to make it, I would like to make it easier for people to understand, especially topics where we've mostly been talking a lot about like fetishization and like very sexual content, which has not been the most comfortable thing, considering it's somehow come up every single week, which we were not expecting for animation theory. The class honestly didn't go as many of us would have liked it to have gone, but now our professor has been replaced due to medical reasons, so we only have like 2 weeks left, so we're not doing anything too intense besides our final, so that's what I'll be working on for that class for the most part. But today in class we got to bring in like a clip or something regarding animation, and then we talked about it. We saw a lot of interesting perspectives of animation, and I loved getting to watch a lot of them. There was one clip in particular. It was like a series of commercials for Orangina, I think that's how you pronounce it. It was very peculiar to watch. It was a bunch of animals being perceived as humans, doing like those cliche commercial bits, and then some of them became very sexual. There was like a whole strip club scene for this juice or soda, and then some of them just didn't make any sense, and we watched like 4 minutes straight of these different types of clips. So that was fun. And I was super tired today, because 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. on like 4 hours of sleep is not a fun day, especially since I finished the rest of my energy drink this morning. I felt like my heart was going to fall out. And I didn't eat much throughout the day, so I was really tired before my last class. So I had a thing of Dunkin's. It was like one of their holiday flavors. It was like cookie latte or something. It tasted disgusting. I did not like it one bit. So I just enjoyed my blueberry donut and we called it a day because that was gross. Did not like that at all. But that was my day.